Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Greed coming at y'all another video, man. Y'all see I'm here talking about some Jujutsu Kaisen, and as y'all can see from the title and thumbnail, man, I just want to talk about how this series will end, because we got confirmation that the series only has probably 5 more chapters left, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and go over the previous chapter 266, so I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, but there isn't a lot for me to talk about within that chapter because most of it was just Sukuna and Yuji throwing hands. But there is something I do want to touch on in the chapter, so I'm definitely gonna go over that and talk a little bit about how I think the series is gonna end. This video might not be too long because I am trying to pull a double upload today. Right after this, I'm gonna be uploading a Bleach video because they dropped Chad gameplay. So I'm gonna be going over that, and I'm streaming Black Myth Wukong tonight on Twitch. My Twitch link is always in my bio of every single one of my videos, so just be on the lookout for it, man. But I'm gonna be streaming it when that drop. All right, let's just hop right into this. So at the start of the chapter, and this is basically the part I really wanted to touch on, because after this is basically just, you know, a fight for the most part, or they boxing for the most part, but Yuji is just trying to reach out to Fushiguro. As we all know, Yuji has been using his technique to reach and split the souls between Sukuna and Fushiguro. It looks like it's working, and Yuji is actually having a full-on conversation with Fushiguro right now, and it's actually pretty cool because we actually see them get, or we see Fushiguro get really deep and emotional with Yuji, and he's actually he's showing us how much he actually does care for Yuji and what Yuji means to him and all of that. And I really fuck with that because, you know, that just really shows they really like homies, bro. They really like, that's really his best friend, bro, and that's so cold to me. Like, I really fuck with that type of shit, I ain't gonna lie. Yuji is really just trying to save him, and it's a talk between the two of them. I'm gonna go over the 2 pages, or I guess it's 1 page and then 3 pages. I forgot that on this website they combine 2 of the pages, so it looks like 1 big page, but let me just go ahead and get into it. Fushiguro says, "You've done enough. I wanted to create a world that wouldn't expose Sumiki to injustice and unhappiness." If y'all don't know, Sumiki is his sister, and if I couldn't do that, then at least I wanted to preserve our fragile lifestyle as much as I could while I was still alive. This, okay, hold on, wait. That while I was still alive part, I don't know if that, nah, that doesn't confirm Fushiguro's dead. It doesn't. I'm thinking too hard about it. But just going off this first page, man, we see that Fushiguro is very, very, very happy about how his life was. Like, him and his sister just living together and them just having a peaceful, quiet life, even though if it was boring, that was enough for him. And I really like to see that. Like, that's really touching. Next page, you see him talk more about it. "I wanted to eat food that I'm used to making and gaze at the laundry hanging in the sun and see Sumiki off as she walks side by side with someone like you in the afternoon light." So that's pretty cool, man. Like, he fuck with Yuji so heavy that his ideal, like, if his sister were to be with somebody, he would want his sister to be with someone as kind and as like caring as Yuji, of course, because Yuji in his eyes is probably one of the best people he's ever met. So the fact that he's like basically saying like, "Hey man, like, you such a good person, I wouldn't mind my," you know, not saying Yuji specifically date his sister, but he would really hope that his sister would meet someone like Yuji just because of how kind and good he is. He said, "Then I think about how happy I was." Like, that's the life, that's the ideal life to him. The way how he explained it, he just make food for him and his sister. He just do laundry, gaze at the sun, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it sounds boring, but Fushiguro really does enjoy it, and that's the way how he really looks at it, and he's really loving it, man. I'm loving it for him. Like, I really like these past few chapters we've been getting, bro. Like, last chapter it was Yuji talking about his life and how he grew up, and now Fushiguro is kind of getting in like a emotional part of himself, like something we not used to seeing with Fushiguro. Yuji, we've seen him emotional a few times, but not Fushiguro, not too much, unless it comes to his sister. But this is like where it get really deeper. That's why I like it. Fushiguro says, "You've done enough." Yuji says Gramps' sickness started as lung cancer. He rejected treatment early on because the side effects were so harsh. I'm strong, so I didn't understand the idea of refusing treatment for that reason. That was a concept completely foreign to me. I might have been able to endure his treatment, but he must have been suffering. But after going through what he went through at Jujutsu, or what we went through at Jujutsu, my bad, y'all, and thinking of those horrors as being never ending, I've come to understand how people like Gramps felt like when confronting harsh reality. So Yuji also, then he also says, I guess I have no right to tell you that you have to live, Fushiguro. Like I said, man, that whole conversation between them is just, I love it purely just because they both kind of, Yuji's reaching out, Fushiguro is also like responding to him. I just think that's really cool. And Yuji's kind of like going in depth about like how he's seen his grandpa and the condition he was in, and being at Jujutsu High has made him grow and has taught him a lot, and he matured a lot since he's been there because he's been through such tough times. He feels in a way that he can somehow like relate to his grandpa in a way. Like I said, and I feel like I mentioned this in my previous videos before, Yuji being at Jujutsu High has really changed him a lot as a character and has made him mature and grow in so many ways. And that's why I love him as an MC, because we actually see it, like, we see it happen, bro. Like, we see the moments like where he really going through it and how he just bounced back from it. Like, he's been through some crazy stuff. I still think one of the craziest things he's been through was in Shibuya when Sukiya what the hell, Sukuna killed all those people, and then like he was just laughing in Yuji's head. Or when Yuji was getting laughed at by Mahito and Sukuna after Junpei died, like, bro, he's been through like some really mentally messed up stuff, bro, and it's kind of crazy. Like, it's just wild. But after their conversation, we cut back to the fight with Yuji and Sukuna, and like I said, for the most part, it's just them fighting for the rest of the chapter. And I actually, man, it's a really good fight, y'all. Like, I just really want to see how it's going to end, and that's kind of what I wanted to lead into. So, Sukuna did his domain expansion at the end of the chapter. I'm just going to skip there. And it was kind of crazy because it don't look the same. It don't look the same at all. It looks different. So, we're going to see how, like, next chapter turn out. But if I'm talking about ending for the series, before I go ahead and end the video, I do want to say what I think, how the series is going to end. I personally think, and one of my homies gave me this theory, and I think he like, okay, let me put it like this. I'm going to give y'all what I thought, and I'm going to tell y'all what my homie thought, and he made me change my mind on like what I want to happen. So at first, I thought like the series was going to end, like Akutami was going to pull like a fast one on us, right? This whole time he been telling us that Yuji was supposed to die and all of that, but then I also remember him saying that Yuji was only going to be, or no, not Yuji was going to only be, but out of the main group, Nobara, Fushiguro, Yuji, and Gojo, there was only going to be one person alive while the rest of the group was dead. So I thought, what if he pulled a fast one on us? Like, this entire time he's been telling us that Yuji was going to die, Yuji has to die, all of that because of Sukuna. But what if in actuality, he's the one that's left alive and all alone? Like, that would be such a sad and dark ending, bro. Like, it'd be so deep and crazy, because the series start off with his grandpa telling him, like, die with people around you, surrounded by people, like, don't die alone and all that. And it would be crazy if he's all alone in the end while everybody else around him died, when the whole series was about him dying in general. Like, that would be the craziest thing ever. And honestly, if Akutami do that, I would personally fuck with it, because it'd be so like sad, bro, because we really thought in the series kind of pushed for Yuji to, you know, die on his terms, and then he was going to be surrounded by so many friends and everything. But bro, at this point, Yuji has seen so many people die. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the last one standing. Like, they beat Sukuna and everything, but it's all over. He has nothing to go back to. He's all alone. Like, he won, but at what cost type of thing, you know? And then the theory my homie made up, shout out Domo Senpai. I'm gonna low key put him in the description below because this theory hard. Bro, my man said, what if in the end they beat Sukuna? And y'all know how Yuji mentioned to Sukuna, like, hey, come back into my body and I'll spare you. Just let Fushiguro go. So if we going based off that, obviously Sukuna not trying to do that. But what if somehow Yuji does get Sukuna back in his body, and then they basically bring us back to the first episode of when Yuji was locked up and Gojo was watching over him because of Sukuna? What if we get brought back to that, but instead of Gojo, it's Fushiguro watching over Yuji while, like, you know, Sukuna's in prison inside you. Like, I don't know, bro. I think that'll be so raw. Like, he kind of low-key changed my mind. Like, bro, I think I would fuck with that heavy. Like, if Fushiguro and Yuji don't die, but technically Yuji is still gonna die. Like, it kind of covers all bases, because when you think about it, Yuji is still gonna die eventually. Sukuna is still, like, in his body. He's also gonna die on his terms and how his grandpa said he should, like, surrounded by, like, or have somebody there with him. Don't be alone, like, you know what I'm saying, like, die on his own terms and all that. Like, that would still be checking all the boxes on those, bro. Like, that's like the ideal ending. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, everybody, a lot of people are dead. Technically, Fushiguro is still the only one alive in that scenario, because Yuji is gonna eventually die. Like, if he stayed locked up in that room, but Fushiguro would be the one watching over him and guarding him while he's sealed away. I think that would be cold, bro. I think that would be so cold, because like I said, bro, it touches on everything that's already been talked about. Yuji is still gonna die in the end. He's still getting he's still dying on his terms. And he's going to go by, like, what his grandpa told him. Like, you know, die with people surrounded by you. Like, don't die alone, basically. He going to have Fushiguro there with him. And it adds to what Akutami said as well about there only being one person alive. That one person will still be Fushiguro. Like, I think that'd be so raw, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like, I would fuck with that heavy. But those were the two theories I wanted to talk about, man. Let me know what y'all think down below. I am going to end the video off right here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, always, man. Like I said, again, let me know what y'all think down below, because I really do want to know how y'all think this series is going to end. Those are personally my two theories, or not even theories, but like what I hope happens. It just sounds really cool. And, yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. I am out this vision. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Know that the numbers go like 1, 2, greed. Thank you for being a greed HD nigga.